only here to say that if you love spaghetti, I'm here with another dish for you. I'm about to show you how we're gonna turn these ingredients into this. You see this beautiful plate over here of food? Let's make this. Welcome back to yet another episode of Miss Mandi Throwdown. If you're new here, I gotta reintroduce myself to you. I'm Mandi Sarro, and I run things over here at MMTD. I simplify your life by providing you delicious throwdown recipes that are easy for you to throw down at home. So please check out my playlist, check out my trailer, get to know more about me. Now let's get back into today's episode where we're making spaghetti. Whatever it is that you call it, the Italians are probably mad, but I'm not gonna be mad at you. We're gonna be making a one-pan spaghetti dish. So we are gonna go through our list of ingredients. We have spaghetti right over here. We have steak. I pretty much asked my butcher to send over a cut of like really lean steak. It has a little bit of membrane, but we'll work through it. We also have some carrot, zucchini, one of my favorite vegetables right now. We have oyster sauce, soy sauce, ginger garlic paste. Just in case you're wondering, how else can I use oyster sauce? Something has just popped up right here. I made some pork chops using oyster sauce. That stuff is bomb. Before we get on over to the stove, let me walk you through what we need to do with our meat. We need to cut up this meat because, let me say this, I know everything is laid out for now, but this is a recipe that you need to make sure to marinate overnight. Trust you me, the results are way better. The ginger helps really tenderize the meat, so let's get into it. We're gonna take our nice piece of steak and just cut it into strips. You wanna avoid any membrane just in case there is some in your steak as well. So I'm gently removing or just carefully trying to remove this membrane, as you can see right over here. This is what makes things tough and chewy when you're having your beef. So if you see it in your meat, I highly recommend you remove it. And you just need to remove it with a plan so that you don't waste any meat. Another cheat code is the fact that you're gonna be using ginger, so you can still keep it because the ginger is gonna help it get soft. Okay, it's time for us to marinate this. We're adding in our light soy sauce, oyster sauce, and the ginger and garlic paste. We're just gonna mix this and store it in the fridge. If you do not have time to marinate it overnight, you can do it for 30 minutes. While this is marinating, you can prep your veggies. We're adding in about 3 cups of hot water into here. We're also adding in just a little bit of salt. Adding in our handful of pasta, and I'm just gonna leave that to cook as we marinate our meat. Now that I've drained my pasta, I usually run it under water in order for it to stop cooking. As I mentioned, I had marinated mine overnight. Let me open it up. Look at how beautiful that looks. And it smells so good as well too. Our pan is nice and hot. I'm going in with about just a tablespoon of normal cooking oil. I'm also adding in our marinated meat. And letting this cook for about, I want to say 4 to 5 minutes now. You see all this moisture it's releasing. We're going to drain it out. Alternatively, you can just let it keep cooking out, but I want to save this moisture because it's going to add a lot of flavor to our one-pan sauce. Now that we've reduced that liquid, that moisture is just gonna allow for this meat to brown, and then we can start adding in our vegetables. So in here I have a little bit of oyster sauce, some soy sauce, light soy sauce, and a little bit of dark soy sauce. So I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of that in there. Now this is to give flavor to the vegetables. Our spaghetti. So we're just gonna toss everything together. Now that same sauce that we had mixed up together is what's gonna give this color, so we're gonna add that in there. As you can see, our food is looking colorful. And then remember that little sauce we had saved aside, we're just gonna add that in there. If you want, you can also save some pasta water, which you can keep using in here to keep adding the flavor or to loosen up the pasta, but as of right now, it's pretty much good to go. It's my favorite time of the dish. It's time to serve. You can tell I'm hyped. So let's go. The easiest way to serve up your spaghetti is by using a grilling fork. So I usually just I'm able to twist it around, scoop it up with ease, and then place it like so. For like another round. And then when it comes to the vegetable and the meat, I just scoop it out with either a muiko, a wooden spoon, or I'll use a serving spoon, but I kind of just like my veggies on top so you can see the color. Listen to me and listen to me well. If you have about 35 to 40 minutes, once you've marinated your meat overnight, you can achieve this. I'm already salivating, and I want to say I enjoy giving you guys these simple, delicious recipes that you can throw down. All the list of the ingredients and the details that you possibly missed, cook times and everything, are always in the description box. Now, wacha mate yaache kunidondoka jamani, nikule chakula. The saliva needs to stop dripping all over my lips. Woo! So good, so flavorful. Oh my god. And of course I can't just try out the spaghetti alone. I have to try out the meat as well, which is extremely tender because of the ginger. Listen, don't play yourself and not marinate this overnight. Period. Period. I want to keep eating this, but I have to stop because I need to remind you of a couple of things. Do remember that in this month of March, we are talking about appliances. So if you missed our first episode, please make sure to check that out. We also have a little playlist because we have more episodes coming your way. In the meantime though, whip this up. Let me know what you like to add into your one-pan spaghetti dishes. The comment section is open and the floor is yours, baby girl, baby boo. Whichever one you want to pick and choose for yourself is for you. In the meantime though, stay eating delicious.